Welcome back. In today's episode, we continue our journey south along the Baja Peninsula. We make a quick stop in Santa Rosalia, an old French mining town. Then we continue our journey to Mulege, which is the first town where fresh water meets the Sea of Cortez, creating a palm oasis.
Buenos dias! We are leaving Guerrero Negro. We wanted to go see the whales, but we're off by a month on that. We're just gonna hit Guerrero Negro on our way back, see the whales, see the salt mine, check out some taco stands, and really get a feel for the town. So we are heading back east onto the Sea of Cortez. We're not sure yet where we're gonna end up tonight, but our plan is to continue heading south. There's 3 different bays that we can have the opportunity to see the gray whales. We just have to wait another month because they're still leaving from the northern Americas and heading south, so they're just not down this far south yet. We're in Santa Rosalia and we're hungry.
I sense tacos.
So we're gonna find a little taqueria and grab some lunch. I don't think we're gonna stay in this town, but we at least wanted to come and check it out because it used to be an old French mining town and it kind of has that French vibe to it. So we wanted to drive down the main streets and check it out a little bit.
And there's still mining in the area, so it's a pretty bopping place. There's a lot going on. It's our fish taco spot. Dos tacos de camarón.
One of those are pescado. I'm not sure which one's fish, but it looks delicious. This is actually a big deal for him because he is not a seafood person, but this is the second taqueria that we've gone to in 2 days that is only serving seafood, which makes sense because we've been on the sea.
If you deep fry it, it's not too bad. And it is good. It is good. I don't like or love seafood, but it's good.
And Maisha's just waiting for some leftovers if there's any.
There won't be.
We were kind of on the fence if we were even going to come into this town, but I'm glad we did because it's got a lot of character to it for sure. It feels a lot different than any other town we've been in Mexico so far.
So this train behind me is from the company of Boleo, which did mining operations around here in the 1800s.
So that is why the architecture of the town looks the way that it does, because it was a French mining company.
So this church goes back to at least 1889, and it took first place at the World's Fair that year and tied with the Eiffel Tower. They shipped it over by boat and built it.
The interesting thing about it is Gustave Eiffel designed it, who also designed the Eiffel Tower. So it's the same architect. So first ice cream in Mexico. Pretty good. Went with the mint chocolate chip.
Waffle cone?
Sugar cone.
Sugar cone?
He doesn't even know his cones.
Uh-oh.
We'll sit for ice cream.
Not too bad.
It's hard ice cream, so it's totally different. So we definitely just had ice cream. And then we walked by this bakery that's been open since 1901 and decided to go in. I thought that Wiley was going to get some bread, but he actually came out with
snackies,
more
desserts. I got some kind of chocolate glazed brownie thing, and I got Dre what looks like a red velvet. glazed
Pastry
looked pretty nice, so that steered me away from the bread.
As we left Santa Rosalia, our tummies were full and we were glad we made the quick detour to see its French influences. We are heading into Mulege, and it is a very curvy road coming into Mulege.
We just got into Mulege and the sun is setting behind us. We found our RV park. We have secured a place to sleep tonight, and we will utilize the darkness to come up with a plan for the next couple of days. But right now, just first glance, this place looks cool. There's a river right next to us, which is pretty gorgeous, and you can tell because there's a lot of green, there's a lot of palms, and we haven't been used to seeing that on the drive out here. It was all cactus and dry grasses and things of that nature.
Good morning from downtown Mulege, and we're just going to go to the bank. I don't think we're going to the bank. That's weird. It's Monday.
We might
bank
be early.
Is not open. We needed to get some pesos, and we need to get some more purified drinking water. So we've basically been roaming around Mulege trying to find where to get money. So we stopped in a couple stores, and it's full on Spanish, and I can't understand what they're saying, and they keep on saying telecom, telecom, telecom. Well, we've been walking around downtown, which isn't very big.
Searching Google.
Searching Google, can't find telecom. And it's because this massive bus has been parked in front of this itty bitty sign that says telecom. We've found it.
So we walked by that at least twice this morning.
Just kidding. So we went to telecom. We waited a bit in the line, probably a good 20 minutes, for them to just tell us they wouldn't give us any pesos.
No exchange.
No exchange. So basically we found a little store next to telecom that exchanged a little bit of money for us. So
A Tecate Tienda.
I think we have a little bit, enough to get us through.
Hey, how are you? That was the guy from the brewery yesterday. He was saying hello.
Yeah.
He was the manager. Recognized us.
So basically, I think we have enough to go hang out on the beach for a week or so. All right, luck is turning around a little bit. We just went past the water purification place, and it is now open. Apparently on Mondays, it just takes a little bit to open in the morning. Maisha is chilling. We just handed them our freshwater tank. Gonna fill up Maisha's as well. This doggo goes through like a gallon of water a day. It's insane. So upon getting our water across the street, we managed to notice that Mego's is a bakery.
How could you not notice with all the goodies in the window?
It says American style bakery. I'm not sure what these are, but we got them for 25 pesos each, which is like $1.25. Those are
Mine's basically a pizza, and it's really warm, like hard to hold. So they just made it, so I'm gonna be eating this real quick.
And mine has like jalapeno and cheese and looks like homemade bread, so it looks fantastic. Let's try it.
Buen provecho.
It's good. It's spicy, but it's good. Why is it so spicy? Then we picked up this carrot cake for $1, piece of carrot cake. And also this cute little like mini blackberry pie and a coffee for 120 pesos, which is about $6, all that stuff. So we got lunch, some snackies, and a coffee for $6.
$6.
Can't beat that. It's hard to cook in Mexico because the food
I asked
has
the
been all
boss
good.
if we should go over there and check it out, and she was like, "Oh, I don't know, should we?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then we got all this stuff.
we decided today would be just a town day. So we're gonna go check out the Mulege brewery for lunch. It's a little bit outside of town. And then there's the lighthouse, and there's a mission that's been around since 1705. And if we go over to the overpass, we can get a good view of the river. So we got a couple sightseeing things we want to do today. And then tomorrow we're gonna focus on checking out the beaches. So an interesting fact that we read about Mulege is before the paved road came into the town, people that were in prison in Mulege basically just like got released during the day, and then they just had to come back to the prison at night. So during the day they were supposed to be in town helping fix stuff and repair stuff, keep it clean, and then they just had to report back for jail, for prison by 6 p.m. every evening.
Alright, so first stop of the day. It's lunchtime, so we don't move very quick. We are at Mulege Brewery, and we're enjoying some brews. And they got this little full to empty indicator. I'm a little less than half full, so we're almost ready for another beer. But we are also ready for some food. I got a Philly cheesesteak. Dre got a spicy chicken sandwich.
We just found out too that the owner is actually from Queens, New York, so it's a local New Yorker.
Yep, so he lives in Queens and his brother-in-law lives here, and he seems to be operating the place. So it's kind of cool. Just a couple minutes outside of town. Very nice, worth a stop. Maisha's here too. She's hanging out. Love dog-friendly breweries. Don't we, Maisha? Don't we? Chilito is a hot commodity. Maisha likes. He's a hairless Mexican dog. All right, so behind me is the Faro de Mulege. It's a lighthouse that is listed as one of the top things to do in Mulege. I might disagree with that a little bit. I think the town is more interesting than the lighthouse. But there's a big old wall around the perimeter, and from what I can tell and from what I've read, you can't actually go up past the wall and get the scenic views, which is what I would want to go up there for. So no real photo opportunities there or anything. But if you look back on the river and the town, you do get a nice look back, which is actually pretty scenic. So
basically the point where the Sea of Cortez and the river meets. So
it's a cool spot nonetheless, but I don't know if I'd call it a highlight. But hey, that's just me.
okay, so maybe the lighthouse wasn't a point of interest for us, but I did enjoy watching the frigates soar overhead in the area.
Now we have just arrived at the Mission de Mulege. This is the 4th mission that was built in Baja, and it was constructed in 1766. This is very old and pretty cool. It's in fantastic shape. So if you are in Mulege, I mean, come on. Even if you're not religious, you gotta check this out. It's Monday morning and it's open.
Which it seems like from what we read, it's usually not open, so this is a treat. Although we are not religious, it's still interesting to walk in a building that was built in 1766. Come inside.
Let's check it out.
So the mission has a total of 4 rooms, and we just asked her if any of it was restored, and she said just a little bit. So basically everything's in its original state from 1766.
All right, so we just toured the mission. We toured the whole building, and I looked over to my right and I saw a little staircase. I was like, man, I wonder where that goes. So I asked, and she said, oh yeah, go ahead, take a look. So I went up a cool old stone staircase that went all the way up to the roof right next to the bell tower. And that was pretty neat. It was narrow, it was tall, it was tall enough for me, it was over 6 feet tall. So I got a nice glimpse of the roof and the planning that went involved, because they even had rain gutters actually built into the stonework to divert the water when it rained, which is pretty smart. Solid construction. It's pretty neat. If you take a little walk around the backside of the mission to get closer to the view of the river, there's actually a staircase going up to a vantage point to get a nice picture and a nice view of the town and the river. So we're gonna go check that out. Very lush when there's a river nearby. It's crazy how green it is.
This is the pastry that you got. It's like a fruit cake or something. I don't know.
So it's not red velvet?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
It's got like dried fruits on it. It's good.
And I got a
It's like fruity.
chocolate on chocolate. Not bad. Not bad at all.
So, after seeing downtown Mulege, which we walked Maisha through today, and then saw the sights, I think it's time to go back to the beaches. I thought Mulege was going to have a little bit more to do in the actual town, but I think the majority of the draw in Mulege is actually the Baja Concepcion. So tomorrow, we're going to slowly mosey our way down the Bay of Conception.